Good morning, NFL fans, and welcome back to the Ultimate Cowboys News. Week 13 delivered an absolute thriller as the Cowboys toppled the Kansas City Chiefs, and the buzz around Dallas is unreal. If you're like me, you're still riding high from that win, because it doesn't just feel good, it could change the entire playoff picture for the boys. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's talk overreactions, starting with a big one. The Cowboys' playoff dreams are alive, and this isn't exaggeration. After back-to-back wins over the Eagles and the Chiefs, Dallas is very much in the mix. Using the latest playoff simulations, the Cowboys' odds currently sit around 30%. That's real, tangible hope, but it comes with a catch. They still have to keep winning, and every game from here on out could make or break their season. Looking ahead, the Black Friday showdown between the Eagles and Bears could dramatically shift the landscape. The Rams hold the number 1 seed and are likely out of reach, but the race for the remaining spots is wide open. Dallas is just half a game back of the struggling Detroit Lions, and that Thursday night football matchup in Week 14 could prove to be one of the toughest tests yet. Win that, and the Cowboys solidify themselves as serious contenders in the NFC wildcard race. Down the stretch, the schedule starts to look manageable. The Vikings and Chargers aren't as intimidating as they seemed earlier this season, while the Commanders, Giants, and other late-season matchups present winnable opportunities. Of course, some games will feel like must-wins, especially against teams like the Lions, because a loss could put Dallas in a position where they need other results to go their way. When it comes to rooting interests for the rest of the week, Cardinals over Buccaneers won't move the needle much, Vikings over Seahawks won't help Dallas catch Seattle, and Rams over Panthers, don't get your hopes up. The real upside comes from potential upsets, like if the Browns can pull off a surprise win, which could massively help the Cowboys and even shake up the Niners' playoff outlook. And finally, the Bears vs. Eagles matchup. That's the game that could redefine everything in the NFC, with both teams sitting at 8-3. Now, let's talk about what it will take for the Cowboys to make the playoffs. It's simple, one of the other top teams in the NFC needs to stumble. If you're hoping for the Bears to collapse under a tough schedule, then cheer for the Eagles to keep winning. If you're looking for an NFC East shakeup, you might be rooting for the Bears to falter. Either way, the real picture will start to take shape after this week's slate of games. So, what do you think? Will the Cowboys make the playoffs? Type yes if you believe they will, and no if you think they won't, down in the comments. Let's see how confident the fans really are. Overreaction number 2, Malik Hooker's injury. After that scare against the Chiefs, it looks like it's just back spasms, not ideal, but far from season-ending. Hooker has been solid all year, never flashy, but usually in the right spot, making smart plays and keeping offenses honest. The Cowboys' secondary, with players like Marcel Darius and Donovan Wilson stepping up, held their ground even without him. If Hooker's ready for next week's matchup against the Lions, that will be a huge boost, especially against a team missing key playmakers like Amon-Ra St. Brown. And now, overreaction number 3, Dak Prescott for NFL MVP. This is not an exaggeration. Dak has been phenomenal, especially in clutch moments against teams like the Chiefs. To win the MVP, he'll need to keep playing at this elite level, lead the Cowboys deep into the playoffs, and have consistent support from his defense. Remember, MVP isn't just about individual stats, it's about impact, leadership, and elevating the team when it matters most. And right now, Dak is doing exactly that. To be in the MVP conversation, a quarterback has to lead a playoff team, and that's exactly what Dak Prescott is doing. Last year, Joe Burrow proved it, no playoff berth, no MVP. For Dak, the stakes are high because the Cowboys' defense is still a work in progress, giving up points at times and leaning heavily on offensive production. Even after that rough interception early against the Chiefs, Prescott bounced back in spectacular fashion, 27 completions on 39 attempts, 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, and just 1 pick. That performance tied him for the most Thanksgiving games with over 300 passing yards in NFL history. Right now, it's hard to find a quarterback playing at Dak's level. Matthew Stafford has been stellar for the Rams, Drake May is on fire, and yes, there are flashes from others like Sam Darnold or Jordan Love, but Dak consistently rises to the occasion. Where do you rank Dak among NFL QBs this season? 1, 2, 3, or lower? Let me know in the comments, be honest, but no Eagles bias, please. Overreaction number 4, CeeDee Lamb is back. And this is not an overreaction. Lamb was electric against the Chiefs and absolutely pivotal to the win. Forget the noise online about trading him or taking away his number, this is exactly why you build around CeeDee. That was a vintage performance. Some numbers to show just how dominant he was: 4 of 5 targets against Trent McDuffie for 44 yards and a touchdown, plus an explosive 51-yard gain on the Chamari Connor play. Between Lamb and George Pickens, McDuffie allowed 65 yards, his worst showing all season. Lamb consistently found the soft spots in zone coverage, gained 93 yards on throws 10-plus yards downfield, and turned key plays into momentum for the Cowboys. That final drive? Pure magic from Lamb and Pickens, every hurdle, every catch, every yard mattered. Fans, enjoy this level of play while you can, these two are elite, and the Cowboys are lucky to have them on the roster. We don't need to turn this into a Lamb versus Pickens debate, both players made game-changing plays. Turpin's hustle on that fumble by Pickens could have been a different story, but the truth is, both are playing at an elite level. And for context, CeeDee Lamb now has more yards per route run than George Pickens this season. So, fans, I want to hear from you. After the Chiefs win, how confident are you in CeeDee Lamb? On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know in the comments. Overreaction number 5, Brian Schottenheimer should be in the conversation for Coach of the Year. I'll admit, this is a slight overreaction, but hear me out. Schottenheimer has navigated a tough season with poise, dealing with late-game challenges, red zone issues, and adversity off the field, including the Marshawn Lattimore tragedy. If this were a team under Garrett or McCarthy, they might have folded after the Cardinals' loss, but Dallas fought through it all. The path for Schottenheimer to win Coach of the Year is steep. Playoff success is almost always a prerequisite, and with contenders like Mike Vrabel and the Patriots turning heads this season, the award may be hard to claim. But make no mistake, his work has been impressive, and the Cowboys are performing at a level that reflects strong coaching and leadership. Overreaction number 6, the refs decided the game for Dallas. Come on. Chiefs fans, let's be real, this is peak fan derangement syndrome. Complaining about the referees after every game has become a staple of that fanbase. Yes, the officials missed some calls, like Ezeraku grabbing a defender behind the line, which could have been a flag, but there were also plenty of calls that went against the Cowboys. Statistically, over the past decade, the refs have favored the Chiefs more than Dallas. So enough with the conspiracy theories, the Cowboys earned that win on the field.